Before we begin, a quiet question. What truly separates humans from our closest relatives? Is it intelligence? Rules? Responsibility? In the late 19th century, on the railways of South Africa, signals decided life and death. A wrong lever meant a collision. This was serious work, trusted only to trained railwaymen. Except in one small signal box, that work was being shared with a baboon. His name was Jack, and he was not a mascot. He was not a curiosity. He was a worker. The story begins with James Edwin Jumper Wide, a skilled signalman until an accident took his legs. Loss of work usually meant loss of dignity. But Wide refused to disappear. He built a small trolley and adopted a young chacma baboon, Jack. At first, Jack was simply a companion. But Wide noticed something. Jack watched the levers, the flags. Not playfully, attentively. Wide trained him. And soon, Jack was performing tasks with complete reliability. For months, everything worked smoothly. Until one day, a woman witnessed Jack operating the railway signals. She was alarmed, and she complained to the authorities. The response was swift. Both men were dismissed, the signalman and the baboon. To the authorities, this was absurd, dangerous, unacceptable. But Wide did something remarkable. He asked for a test, not a favor. A test. He requested that Jack be examined under controlled conditions. The railway authorities agreed. Jack was subjected to a series of formal tests. Signals were changed unexpectedly. Commands were varied. Jack passed every test. Calmly. Correctly. Not once did he make an error. Faced with evidence, the authorities had no choice. Jack was reinstated. Formally. He was paid wages in food and beer. And he worked for 9 years without causing a single accident. This is where the story matters. Not because of the baboon, but because of what it reveals about us. When Jack died, there were no medals, no ceremonies, but the story survived. Today, Jack's skull and Wide's trolley are preserved at the Grahamstown Museum, displayed together, not as curiosities, but as evidence of a working partnership, of shared trust. The trolley tells of a man who refused to vanish. The skull tells of an animal trusted with lives. This is not a story about animal intelligence. It is a story about human judgment, about who is allowed to prove capability, and who is dismissed before they are ever tested. Subscribe for more forgotten stories.